Yes, I came into this Linux environment, sir. We can do, you can execute these things into Windows environment and also into Linux environment. But you cannot say Python as a platform independent. Already I told you the reason. What is the reason? It is not generating any bytecode like Java. Okay? Java is generating bytecode when you compile it. But this is interpreter based. But you can execute this Python into Windows, Linux, Palm OS, even Sun Solaris, any operating system you can execute. But you need to download Python after the proper operating system. Okay. So now I'm into Python, sir, the Linux environment. So simply say Python. Of course, here the older version is available, which is a 2.6. If you want the latest, you can configure it. So this is just a Python. Of course, up to now we have discussed about the Python theoretically. Now a little practical we will see for today. Observe this. This is an interactive mode. I am keeping something here, a equal to 100, but I did not give any data type here. So automatically the data type will be integer. So I think there is a function called type. The type is integer. And suppose b equal to 45.67. Apply the type here, still integer. This is the problem before prior versions. Prior versions of the version 3. Even though you assigned b, it is taking as a integer. No, you Jay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the problem actually since like older versions. Observe this 4 divided by 5 I am saying. Actually 4 divided by 0 point something, right? But it is taken as integer only. 0 point something taking only integer part. For this, lot of other manipulations we need to do for this in the computations. It is version before 3. And version 3 onwards, this problem is solved. Okay, no need of any doing explicit conversions for that. Of course, typecasting techniques later we will see. So if I say like a float of 4.4 divided by 5, it will take it as float only. Directly if we say 4 by 5, taking only integer part. But this problem is not happening from version 3 onwards. No need of explicit conversion. Based on your expression, automatically data type will be constructed. Okay. If it is string value, the first string I am keeping into the single quotes. Next string I am keeping into the double quotes. So what is the type of S you see? Is a string. The type of S2, that is also a string. If it is string in Python, the Python string is a special kind of array. In fact, it seems to be a single value, but it is a character array in fact. If it is array, you can apply indexing technique and slicing technique again. But in other languages or other databases, you have to apply substring function to get subpart of the string. But here directly observe this. Suppose I am giving a string s equal to computer. Directly I can apply slicing technique. S of 0, first character I am getting. I want only PUT, sir. Generally we apply substring in other languages in STL, right? But here the slicing technique you can apply. The P starting position 4. 4 means index number 3. From 3 onwards coming 3 characters. 3 plus 3, 6. That means third index, fourth index, fifth index it will take. Sixth index won't be taken. Because end index is excluding, right? Like this. You will get exactly good. Come on, tell me, sir. Already you know list the slicing technique. Puter I want. Puter I want. What is the third thing? P colon. Sorry. P. What is the P starting position? 3. Don't give anything. N index, if you don't give n index, still n it will take. But in our language, n index is mandatory, right? Okay, like this. Similarly, yes, I'm not giving starting index. I want up to P, sir. COMP I want. Then you have to say, okay, all whatever the slicing techniques you are applying on the list, it is that the string is acting as a special kind of list. It is a list of characters inbuilt in. Just observe this. I have hello here, sorry, Twitter, and I have S2 here. I want to concatenate these two strings. S plus S2. That's it. How it is happening? How it is possible? Already you have seen different lists. Now I'm taking list one, sir. 1, 2, 3, only 3 elements in this list. L2, sir. 5, 6, 7 list. In the traditional programming, how to merge these two things? In a traditional programming, you need to write a for loop. Suppose I want to add number 4 to the L1 means I have to say L1 dot append of 4. Now just look at this L1, one more element is added. Entire list I want to add, sir. Suppose if I say L1 dot append of L2, your expectation, just see. L2 added, but as an element it is added. But we are expecting flattening functionality. 5, 6, 7 as a 3 different elements. If you say L1 plus L2, what is happening? Observe this. Automatically 5, 6, 7 as added as fresh element set. That means flattening functionality is inbuilt. By using same technique, let's look at this S and S2. S is a list of 8 characters. S2 is a list of 5 characters. When you say S1 plus S2, automatically those 8 and this 5 will be added. Automatic concatenation will happen. Suppose between them I am expecting some space. Between them I am expecting some space. Computer, suppose yes I am saying plus, give some space, plus yes. Now just check it like this. Similar kind of style you want to add, you want to concatenate list elements. Let's take a list. L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Don't worry about notes, sir. Session is being recorded. I want to concatenate all these things. Observe this. L dot join. I am giving L dot join. But in fact, first you need to give delimiter. Delimiter dot join of L. Sorry, I think this has to be reversed. So this is simply, this functionality is not possible in before 3 versions, sir, because I am using 2.6 version. L is a list. I think I am not sure about the syntax. This is like a join of L. If it is not accepting, try this statement. L dot join and give the delimiter. I believe the first one is correct. Just let me check. One minute. That is a concatenation technique I will tell. I think first model is correct. We will confirm it now. Anybody started Anaconda? Yeah, just to start అనుకోండి and check it. First give delimiter. Delimiter as space. That space dot join and give the list like this. Execute and confirm. Reverse it. Second one reverse it. L dot join. So we need to embed special libraries for that. Some string libraries we need to import. Yes, sir, this is correct. The first one is correct, sir. This model. Okay. Delimiter dot join and give the list. So in this system, the Anaconda is not available. In the afternoon, I will install it, sir. You just show me your system. That's the first model is correct. Just ready to upload. Forms. Dot join. Just ready to this. I don't understand. Delimiter join. Suppose that we want no, just a minute. I will solve this. Some special library, maybe related with some special library. Go with that. Okay, sir, I will check for this. Some any.
I don't understand. When you say join L, so what if we try to join?
Nothing, sir. Suppose you said hyphen dot join of L. What is expected result by this is 10 hyphen 20. Madam, please here. 20, 30, 40, 50. Between each element, it is joining as a concatenating as a
So
string.
each element we are trying to join.
Yeah. It is concatenating as a string. Between that, what is the delimiter you want to give? You just
In that, what is
okay. Okay, sir. So here, in case if this facility is not available, if the predefined function is not available, how to concatenate the things? Observe this. 10 plus hello I am giving. What is the expected result? In Java, that is valid. In almost all the programming languages which supports the concatenation using plus symbol, these two number and string will be concatenated as string. Okay. Observe this. Here I am taking str of. So please here str of plus hello I am giving. Now this is valid. In this style, I have L here. I want to concatenate all the elements. Between each element, sir, Mr. Joy, you are not observing me. Between each element, I am expecting that comma as a delimiter. So before this, I am taking A is equal to hello. If I say A plus is equal to some xyz, what is happening to the A? XYZ is appended to the A, right? That is incremental assignment operator you have applied now. We apply this technique to concatenate all these elements. Initially my str is an empty, a blank string. Okay. Now just observe, I am writing a for loop for v in L. L is having how many elements are here? 5 elements. So if it is 5 elements, means automatically loop is running for 5 times, right? Every time you do one thing, str plus equals to v. But v is a number, right? In Python, number cannot be appended to the string, right? That's why convert this v into strings. Okay. Str function is not callable because we said str here. It has overridden this one. Okay. Str of 10. That is a mistake. Control is a short form. Once again, I will enter. Let's say str of 10. Now it is taking as string. Let's say s as blank string. I'm giving some L. L is a list here. Let's keep 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. For v in L, s plus equal to str of v. Now look at this s, all the things are concatenated. But what we are expecting between them, we need space. Okay, let's do ss equal to some blank space I have given. Okay, now for v in L, ss plus equals to, okay, plus or else reverse it. First, first letter should be the character, right? Then v, later you add. Yeah, just wait. Here apply the string function. After string again, it is giving you some space. Now we check this SS. This is what we are expecting. Got it? String concatenation, but a predefined function is there. Dot join and give the list. Automatically that has to be concatenated. Okay, maybe some string library or some other type is required here. Okay, later I will see this one, the predefined functionality. All of you execute this code in your system. Take some dummy list. The list is like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. First to play with str conversion. Str of some 100, which converts the number into the string. And after that, take your blank string. And concatenate this by writing a for loop for v in L. S plus equal to str of v plus give some space. Now let's say yes, that is concatenate. All of you doing this right? Online team? Have it all? Okay, sir, all of you. I'm going to the next level. Okay, sir, let's play with some loops, sir. Okay, before that, yesterday theoretically we discussed about nested ifs, if and nested ifs. What is the style of if here? We will see now. A, I'm taking some input from the user, sir. A is equal to input of some label I am giving. Enter first value. So which will prompt the user for the inputs. Suppose I am giving the value 34. Now what is A? Just check it. And B is equal to input of I want second number. Again prompting you 45. I just want to return among these two a big value. So for this, traditionally how you write a normal if condition, same style here. But if I write a condition like if A greater than B, he is expecting some substatement, right? We have to say 4. Then I should not start my statement here. What is the rule, sir? Second statement, the substatement should be in a forward indent, that is position. Give some space, at least minimum one space is enough here. I'm printing print A is B. Else, again else is expecting some substatement. That's why I say colon. But I started first substatement it in the second position, sir. No need to start in the same second. You can start in third position also. Because this is a substatement only for else. Print B is B. I'm closing this. Now what is the biggest value? The 45 is biggest value. Okay. Suppose here it is giving you output like this. You are expecting as a string means. Print str of B plus some space plus or else like is B. Answer so you need to print it. But in version 3, if you say like this, it won't accept you. The print is as a function. You have to give some brackets. So before version 3, it is running. Got the points? Now you just observe. Same thing I am going to write it as a script, sir. Up to now, we executed those things in a interface. Now I am writing it as a program. I am keeping the same statement into some file. The file I am saving with the .py extension. Now you just observe it. The statement I am keeping here. Okay, let me increase the font size. A is equal to input of first number. B equal to input of second number. Checking the condition. If A greater than B, print B. Sorry, A. Else, print B. This is simplicity. Now I am closing this. I want to execute this script file. Because in the productions, finally scripts have to be executed. Simply say Python p1 dot P1 from your command prompt. Automatically one by one each and every statement will be executed. I am giving some inputs. This will be for A. Another input. This will be for B. So what is expected as B? 67. That is the result. Okay. And now, if I have three values, I am going to write the nested if. Different variations I will show you. Let's keep some third value also. C equal to input of the third number. First general nested if style. Let's go with A greater than B. If this condition is true, I am checking with another condition. A greater than C. If first condition is true means among A, B, A is biggest. Now A to be compared with C. Then I am returning big is equal to A. Before that, I am assigning some big as some 0. I am not setting any default value here. Here I am giving else. If A greater than B, A greater than C condition false means who is bigger? C is biggest. Big equal to C. Suppose the first condition got false. Then you are checking with another condition. Else after that immediately if is expected. In that case, you have a short form here in the Python, that is elif. Elif, if A greater than B is false means what's our B is biggest, then B has to be compared with C. If this condition is true, we are returning big as B, else big as C. Okay. Finally, the printing the big value. But if we are doing in our system version 3 above, keep the big into the brackets. Okay. Now I'm going to execute this one. A program Python. What is this? The program file is p1.py. First number 67, second number 89, next number 56. What is expected, sir? 89 is expected. This is one style. But here observe how many conditions are checking. How many conditions? Later we go for the comparison. So I'm going to take another program file p2.py. Let's give one more file. The first three statements are common. I am going to copy that. Right. My conditions here A greater than B and A greater than C. Then what is big, sir? Big is equal to A. Not going for else. I am terminating this if. If I write one more if into the same column position means that is a suppletive. The condition B greater than A and B greater than C. Then big is equal to C. Instead of giving one more condition, if you set a default value, by default I am making big as C as big. Now finally I am printing that big. Just execute this. Python p2.p1. First number, second number, third number. 56 is the biggest. The third style we will see, sir. Later we go for comparison which program is best in execution. I'm going to take the third style. P3.py. The first three numbers, three statements same. Big is equal to C, some default. If A greater than big, I'm saying that big is equal to A. One more separate if statement, not part of this if. If B greater than big, big is equal to B. And finally we are printing that big. Now we just execute it. Python p3.py. First number, second number, third number. Expected is 90. The 90 came. Now in front of you there are three programs. The first program p1.py. How many conditions are checking, sir, here? At any situation, how many conditions will be checked? You just observe, all of you. First condition true, sir. If it is true, one more condition is checked. If you have three options, two conditions will be checked here. If I have n options, n minus 1 conditions will be checked. Okay, this is the first program. Come to the second program, sir. p2.py. How many conditions are checking, sir? Four conditions will be checked here. Four conditions will be checked here. Options in the previous model, sir. If options are 10, how many conditions will be checked? 9 conditions will be checked. If options are 10 here, how many conditions will be checked, sir? 9 into 9, 81 conditions will be checked here. So the second model is very bad way if you have more number of options. Understand the point, sir? If I have 10 options, if I have 3 options at each line, 2 conditions, right? If I have 10 options at each line, 9 conditions, right? Such kind of 9 statements are required, right? 9 into 9, 81 conditions will be checked. So second one is bad. Okay? Let's dig the third one. p3.py. How many conditions will be checked, sir? Just 2 conditions will be checked. In the first model, sir, 2 conditions will be checked. But it is reducing a lot of code stuff, right? I prefer for this. But this kind of model always not suitable. Forcefully need to go to the nested if in some other situation. That situation practical part we will go. I'm going to take another program, which is p4.py. Name. Salary. I want to construct a grade, sir. Default grade I am fixing for D. If salary greater than or equals to 70, then modify this grade as A. L if. Okay? L if. Now check it. L if the condition salary greater than or equals to 50. No need to check less than 70. First condition false means definitely value is less than 7. Then grade is B. Still else if salary greater than or equal to 30, then grade is C. No need to check the condition for C because no need to check the condition for D, sir. Already, if these 3 conditions are false, no statement is executed, so that what is the value of the grade? D only, right? Now finally printing. grade value. So situation is like this. Definitely need to go with nested if. Now executing the same thing, Python p4.py. The value here, but if it is string value you want to assign, keep the value into the double quotes or single quotes.
Input is SPR.
Directly there you have to say. There you have to say in the programming part. Salary I am giving, let's say 50,000. Now grade is B. Answer G. Now let's come to the for loop, sir. Yesterday we discussed, but practically we will see. Before that, I am coming to the while loop. What is the shape of while loop? We just see. Yeah, please.
And yesterday you told there are two different ways we can write simple and within the statement.
Yeah.
I have asked one question on this. So what is the difference? Why we are not able to write two, three statements in a single line when we have for complex?
This program is not supporting, that's it.
It is supporting for
Simple transformation, you use this kind of style. That is a language. Tomorrow Java is developing a language. The language name is Java. What are the syntax provision you have done? That thing I need to follow.
is there an architectural difference?
It's not architectural difference. Their compiler style is like that. It's not architecture. Okay, architecture comes into the execution part. Okay, it's just such kind of syntax style they have provided. Instead of writing 4 lines, if you have simple transformation with a condition, do like this. Like, okay. Now come to the part, sir. One simple while loop we will take. Let's say py p5.py. Initially some initialization value. Yeah, 1 minute. No? While some condition I less than or equals to 10, but still expecting substatements, right? For loop also I have to give call. Print it. I. This is what my statements are. How many times this loop will be running? Unlimited number of times. No increment for I, right? I value is always 1, right? Give some increment. In Java, simply you say plus plus, but this operator is not available. So that what you have to say, I plus equal to 1. That means every time one increment will happen to that. So
I plus 1.
huh?
I equal to I plus 1.
I equal to that is traditional. That is old style. I equal to I plus 1. You can set I. It stops there. Suppose if you are using R language, sir, you have to say like this. Even in R language, plus equal to is also not available. Okay? You have to say like this. So now simply plus equals to 1. But these are the two substatements, right? All the substatements to be in the same column position. Okay. At the same time, I am going to take one more half. Total 0 and multiplication 1. I am giving another statement here. Total plus equals to I. But give this increment after completion of all the expressions. Next, m multiplication is equals to I. After that, I am giving increment. After completion of this for loop, what will happen, sir? 10 times this loop will be running. During in the 11th time, I value is 11, condition false. Whenever condition is false, we will spit out. So what will happen after completion of the loop for 10 times? Sum of all first 10 numbers you will have, and sum of that multiplication of all 10 numbers. So I am printing total TOT. But you say brackets in your systems.
Support slash n?
Hmm?
Does it support slash n?
Ah. And M. Okay. Now just execute this Python p5.py. The total is 55. Multiplication of all the first one is 3,60,000 to not 36,28,800. Okay, like this. But when you have lists, no need to worry like this. Suppose I am taking a list. List name is L, keeping some raw values. So here manually you enter the values. I want to let the user to enter the values into a list. In the next programming part, next program I will show. I am writing a for loop now. For variable in list, automatically the value will be iterated. The loop will be iterated for n number of times, where n is number of elements. In our example, we have six times automatically loop will be running. At each iteration, each value is coming into the variable v. So whatever the thing you want to do it. Suppose I want multiplication or sum of all the products. S equal to 0, here S plus equal to v. Finally, you will get the sum. The sum of given list is yes. Now you check it. Python p6.py. The sum is 18. But manually you assign some values to the list. I want to let the user to enter his own values. Understand the points?
So we don't have to give manually I plus 1, right? Automatically repeats the loop.
Automatic. No need of any increment, initialization and increment. Okay. 2 steps will be reduced. Okay, sir. Let's do the code modification. p6.py. I am preparing a list, but this is an empty list now. Every time I want to add values into this empty list. Okay. Now you check it. What is the input statement to take user input? What is the statement? Some a equal to input of enter number. Okay. One more statement I am taking. Want to enter next one. Let's give the chance to the user. Please. These two statements, I am asking the user here, type yes or no. Okay. I am taking one initial variable. OPT is equal to y. Taking a while loop. When this, how long this while loop has to be continued, sir? If OPT equals to y. Condition true, then only loop has to be run. Let's keep this condition into the while loop. And these two are the subset. Make these two statements as substatements to this one. Okay. Every value, what has to be done, sir? If we enter some value, what has to be done? That has to be added to list, right? Our list name is L. L dot append of A. Once that is appended,
Can't we append directly rather than taking it into A? Can't we write direct into L?
nothing. Taking into A, here instead of saying that L dot append of input you have to give.
Yes, that is what.
Why like this? Keeping A, keep this. Okay, simplicity. Okay, L dot append of A. And after that, once value appended, immediately it will prompt the user want to continue. Suppose he say no, condition false, right? Whenever condition false, it will come out. Whenever it came out, the loop, this for loop will be executed. In this style, you can use the combination of while and for also. Understand the points? So now, let's execute this once. Let's keep str directly. Come on, check this program. P6, right? Python P6.py. Enter number, first number. Want to continue? Yes. Now string, this console is not accepting without quotes. Let's do that modification, sir. Once again running. P6.py. Enter number 10. Want to continue? Yes. One more number, 30. Want to continue? Yes. Okay. One more number, but I want to stop it. Saying no. So 10 plus 30, 40, 40 plus 50, 90. Like this.
Why does it take us this forget conversion?
Pardon? First, the console is not accepting. This console is not accepting. This console is not accepting anything other than the number. If you want to give the string, the problem is not with the program. The problem is with this console. Okay, like this. Okay, sir. This is the style of for loop. One simple check we do, sir. Based on this, I have a list here coming into the console. I have a list. Observe this function sum of L. No need to write the loop. Already predefined function is existed. Okay. Similarly, len of L, number of elements you will get. Max of L, maximum value of the list. Minimum, min, same as SQL. But unfortunately, we don't have AVG of functions. Even in our language, we have the function mean for the average. That function is also not available, sir. But still not a problem. You have sum and count, right? Use it. Sum of L divided by len of L. Automatically you will get average. Understand? Okay. Now let's play some of the transformations into the data. Coming to the next console. P7.py. Check this code. Let's say I have a list. List is having some different random values. For each and every element, I want to add thousands. Way number 1, way number 2, both the ways we will see. So So whenever, what is the technical term, sir, in Python? Whenever you want to do something for each and every element, the process is called what, sir? Transformation. Okay. So for V in L, V plus 1000. But 1000 is added, but where it will be stored? Something to something I need to add, right? That's why preparing a dummy list. Result is equal to some empty list type. I'm just adding this expression r dot append of V plus 1000. Finally printing that r. Now just execute this one. Python p7.py. Previously 100, 200 like this. Now 1000 is there. Like this. Observe here. Upper of hello. I think hello upper is not a function. Upper is a method here for the string class. S dot upper of uppercase. Similarly, dot lower of if you say lowercase. Okay. By taking help of these two functions, yesterday we have done like one simple example. First character into upper, remaining all the characters into lower. Such kind of transformation will be performed. Just see p8.py. Some names I am taking as a list. In this way, I have mixed cases. Simple the thing is first case, first letter uppercase, remaining all the things into lowercase. New names as empty list. For V in names. That's it. But you need multiple statements here. So first let's separate only the first character. Or else do one thing. Lower L is equal to V dot lower. All the things, entire thing you converted as lower. And first character FC equal to V of 0. That's it. V of 0. For this, one more small modification I am doing, sir. Trim I am applying first. For the trimmed data I am applying lower. There is a chance of like left side some spaces, right side some spaces, right. If it is a blank space, what is the conversion to upper or what is the conversion to the lower? Meaningless. That's why always better practice first trim it. Dot lower. Now V dot 0 dot upper. Next, remaining characters. L of 1 colon, that's it. Remaining part already into lowercase, right? Now you are going to append new names dot append of FC plus RC. Automatic concatenation. Concatenated content will be added to the list. All these are the substatement you have put into same column positions. Now printing the old names and printing the new names. Just check the output now. Python p8.py. Trim, it can be like trim function is not recognizable. Let me check the Python trim functions. Stream, spelling
SPRIP.
STRIP, strip. Okay. Just do that modification. STRIP, strip. So Python P8 dot py. The old names and new names. But new names mistake is done, sir. Something is missed. A is missed. So that means strip is not applied here. Let's
Strip
check.
it has taken A.
So x is equal, let me try. What is the behavior of strip, you will understand. X is this one. X equal to, now y x is like this. X dot strip. No. It's done. The previous course why it missed earlier. Sorry. Here we stripped it and stored into L, sir. But we have used V, sir. L dot. Now just execute this Python p8.py. Then now it is done. Okay, sir. Later you can take that code from this video, sir. Observe this. All of you type in our system like this, sir. Prepare some empty list. All of you do this practice. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So what is the previous style of transformation? First you prepare one empty list. After that iterating the loop, doing that expression, appending that expression into the empty list. Instead of doing this, all of you do this. R is equal to V for V in. Yeah. Close it. And tell me the result what happened. Online team you also do it. V for V in L. L is a list. Now just print L and print R. Both the things you just test out. Same values or not? Okay? Come on. All of you do this modification, sir. V plus 1000, sir. Come on, do it. Online TV also please do it. V plus 1000. Got it? This is second value.
Does it support while?
Pardon?
Does it support while?
Nothing. Any expression. Any expression, just give one expression.
Okay, only single expression.
All have you done right? Now look at this R value. So this is simple way of transformation. Got it? Any other? You are not following. What is the bracket we have given there? Always you are doing the same with bracket. Any other terms? First we check by default bracket. Okay? All of you ready? But same kind of expression I want to give. I'm taking names. All of you observe this one, sir. Names example I want to do. My names are like this. Like this. What is our previous transformation? What we have done? First character upper, remaining characters were multiple statements we have used, right? But we cannot keep multiple expressions. At the time, give it as a single expression. First we do some lower conversion to L, after that taking first one, and after that this one. Instead of doing all these things, keep it as entire single expression. But this is 4 steps, you can give it as a single expression. 100 steps are there. Our brain, even system supports, our brain will not support, right? At that time, keep it as a function, call that function. Understand, sir? Now, directly I am attacking with how to define a function. In our language, what is our style, sir? In our language, function name. The function name is equal to function of and some arguments. You are giving like this. But here, the keyword is def. The function name is f upper, sir. That means first letter upper. I am passing some string, sir. The string name is s. Colon. In R, you have given curly bracket. And substatements, right? Give some space. Perform all the things. Treat that S is as your string. S as your string. Come on, sir. First, what you have done? Converting. First strip is the better practice. For that, lower. Right? Next, the first character, sir. L of 0 dot upper RC 1 colon. That's it. Second onwards, all the remaining characters. In our language, how to return a value, sir? Last expression will be written, right? But here you have to apply a return statement. Okay? Return FC plus RC. In this way, keep all your transformation related statements into one function. Come on, sir. I want new names. In same style, the second way. What is our function name? First, you have done some function, after that you need to test it, right? First I am testing, sir. F upper of spaces A, capital B, C, capital B, spaces. What it returns? Expectation done or not? Okay, now function is working fine. Come on, in the second way style, sir. I want to transform each name into first letter upper. New name is equal to
F upper of B.
what is happening? New name is equal to square bracket. What transformation you are expecting? F upper of V for V in names. That's it. Now test it. New names. Done, right? In this way, multiple expressions you want to apply, keep it as a function, call that function. This is what functional programming style. Scala is one of the functional programming, right? Okay, you say a dot something means that function is happening for each and every element, right? Similar to that. Got it? Okay, sir. Let's take a break. After that, more we will see.